At 132, unbeaten, Tom Luther faces Mark Schmitz, who I believe only has one loss on the season. They wrestled at Badger State. Luther came out on top there, 5-4. And Schmitz wanted a rematch. He's got it here tonight and gets 2 points for the takedown on Luther. So Tom Luther finds himself down 2-0. The Hawks are down 14-4 here in this dual meet with Point. The Blackhawks number 2 and State Point number 3. And Point's got the momentum and the lead right here. Mark Schmitz tries to slip the half Nelson in there. Half Nelson and working on the armbar. Trying to turn Luther over. But Tom, a strong wrestler, is not going to give up too much here. Straightens himself out. Schmitz trying to stack Tom up. Tom rolls around. Tom comes out on top, 2 points reversal. Boy, I'll tell you, this Luther is some kind of a wrestler. A normal wrestler would have been on his back with points scored against him. Luther came out of that tremendously. Gets a reversal and ties things up at 2. Tom Luther, 13-0, 14 takedowns, 7 pins, leads the Blackhawks with 7 pins in that category. Now he's working on the left shoulder of Schmitz. Mark Schmitz trying to turn him over. Schmitz a junior, Luther a senior, SWAL champion a year ago at 126. SWAL champion 2 years ago at 119. State qualifier last year, 9-1, was unbeaten until beaten by winner of Franklin in state. The RC individual Invitational champion this year. Badger State champion this year. Most valuable in the Richland Invitational. And has a chance to become River Valley's first 3-time conference champion. He led us as a sophomore and a junior. That's the book on Luther. Out of bounds was the call. They come back center circle. And Luther working on Schmitz. He's in control. Tremendous leg strength on Luther. We talked about this before. And first period action apparently will run out with a 2-2 score. It will. 2-2. Schmitz with the takedown. Luther with the reversal. We're not at 2 going into the second period. All right, second period. Tom Luther will be down. Mark Schmitz on top. These stats, by the way, that I'm feeding you, rapid fire, are provided through the athletic department and Coach Lavinger in particular. Schmitz on top. Working on the right arm of Luther. Tom bridging with his head. Rolls on through again, and same move. Same move, and Tom very near getting the reversal again. They didn't get it, however. They're near the out-of-bounds circle. Schmitz is... Now Luther gets 2 points reversal. 2 points reversal for Tom Luther. Well, that move caught Schmitz twice, trying to roll Tom over, working on the right shoulder. And Tom just rolled on through. I didn't catch that call.
They were out of bounds. The referee, they couldn't hear the whistle. The referee had to push them to tell them that they were out, but they brought them back in.
All right, so with 1:21 in the second period, over the halfway mark, Luther working in the figure 4 around the waist of Schmitz, leading at 4-2. Tom Luther. Coming up at 1:38, Tom Limix and Mark Yeager, and Coach Lavinger's got all the Blackhawks in a huddle over here, talking to him, and we'll see what good it does. Trying to get the Blackhawks fired up. Marty Loy working on Denny Limix. He'll be out there in a couple of minutes. This reminder, you're in tune with WRCO FM radio from Spring Green, Wisconsin. Tom Vodak, along with yours truly, Bill Twining, with the action here in this dual meet. Stalemate is the call with 46 seconds left. And again, we're having technical difficulties. We apologize, but we're having our difficulties here at Spring Green tonight. At the whistle, Luther again goes into the figure 4, figure 8 now, as he works on Mark Schmitz. Working on the left shoulder, trying to slip the half Nelson in there. No. He'll work on the shoulder. 4-2, Luther in the lead, 30 seconds. Schmitz balancing nicely. The second Schmitz to wrestle here tonight. Also 2 wrestled on JV. Been a good evening of wrestling. The matches have been relatively close, with the exception of the match at 119. It could have gone either way. 12 seconds now in the second period. In the third period, Schmitz will be down and Luther on the bottom. So Tom would like to get some points here. The Mineral Point crowd is starting to rally as time runs out here in the second period. We go to third period action. Jeff, what are the thoughts of Luther and Schmitz out there? I know Schmitz
going at each other, trying to pull something out that the other hasn't seen maybe, or just trying to keep something going. But Tom Luther has to hold on if River Valley is going to win this match.
All right, and I believe by that Jeff means a team match also. A very crucial match. This could be the turning point. We don't like to put the weight on Tom Luther's shoulders, but that's where it stands right now. Tom Luther a bit high on Schmitz as Schmitz started in the down position. Tom way high, but again, he's got that leg strength. We saw him ride Nate McCauley high for the entire match. It seemed like in the semifinals of the Richland Invitational, and Tom did a tremendous job there. We'll see if he can hang on to Mark Schmitz and possibly add more points onto his total. He's got the figure 4 in there. Around the waist of Schmitz, 121 now, 4-2 lead for Luther. It was Schmitz that got the takedown in the first period. Keep that in mind, as Schmitz working for that. Should he get the escape and then the takedown, he would be on top 5-4. Luther trying to tip Schmitz off the mat is the call. Right close to us. We are situated on the left end of the stage here as we look out onto the gymnasium floor. 104. Schmitz again down, Luther on top. Slips the figure 4 in. Boy, he's good at maintaining control with his legs. Luther trying to tip Schmitz, but Schmitz a rock out there, not giving much to Tom. 44 seconds. Tom Luther, match here at 132, leading at 4-2 with 39 seconds in the match. Luther high on Schmitz, but he's got the figure 4. He's got an arm in there too on Schmitz, and Mark is really unable to do much. Tom Luther with 25 seconds maintains control. Working on the right shoulder, stalemate again, the call with 20 seconds. Luther unbeaten, trying to keep that string going. Coach Lovinger going over in the corner, working with John Galarnik. They're putting on a show down there in the corner. A lot of the crowd can't see it, but they're working on takedowns. 15 seconds. Luther has controlled Schmitz throughout this third period. What am I saying? 5 seconds. And Tom Luther looks like he's going to maintain his unbeaten string. He does. And the crowd roars at the Provo. At 132, Luther 4-2 over Mark Schmitz of Mineral Point.